Hi, and welcome to the Price Action Analyst YouTube channel. This is my first video. Today I want to give a bit of an overview of the S&P 500. Just what I think, what's happened, and what I think is going to happen in the future, and how I would look to trade that price action. So on the screen at the moment, I've got the SPY up. This graph goes back to 2010. You can see that it was a general uptrend. In January 2018, price started to get a bit more volatile, a bit choppier. With the benefit of hindsight, you can see it formed a megaphone pattern here. Price broke out of that on the upside, and then price has come back inside. That downward price action is February 21st, 2020. Remember, this is the weekly chart. So that was the COVID crisis, if you like. Prices come down, and depending on your interpretation, prices move back up as the government and the Fed has started to pump more money into the market. So that's the weekly chart. Generally, what I would be looking for areas of weakness around here, and I'll show you why on the daily chart. But price is either going to come back out here, retrace this trend line and keep going, or it's going to show substantial weakness here, and it's going to either come back inside or wash this pivot and come back inside. That's personally what I'm expecting, but I mean, that's more fundamental reasons, because I think the economy is not in a good condition, and what's been happening with the Fed, which is a different conversation, I think that's going to eventually come to a head. So I do have a biased premise here for price to come back inside. But if price comes back inside with strong momentum, I definitely expect it to come and test this bottom trend line. And I would expect if it does that this time, it's going to break through that retest and continue to the downside. So let's just move to the daily chart. This is a SPY on the daily chart. So when I look at this, I'm looking for previous highs. There's a previous high there at about 313, and strong momentum, or what I term air. So you can see when these bars sort of cross over each other, zigzagging, that's not air. When you get strong price action down like that, this is what I call air. And to me, this represents longs that are stuck. So everyone that was selling here, the opposite side of that transaction was a buy. Someone was buying. So all these people that are buying here, they're all stuck. They're all losing money. And so when price gets back up to that point, you're going to see those people getting out for break even. So the way they do that is they hit the sell side, and that's when you're going to see selling pressure. So what I'm looking for here, and I don't trade until I see that selling pressure. This is just an area where I'm waiting to see it. So price comes up to this previous high and starts to enter this period of air, especially here. What I'm looking to see is selling pressure in the price action. So the ideal way to see that is like a wick piercing out of the Bollinger Band. Kind of like this, but on the reverse side. So I'll wait to see that price action go outside of the Bollinger Band, come back inside, and on the retest I'll hit that short. So what that would look like here is that price would come outside, you'd see the selling pressure, hopefully in the form of a wick. Price would come up and retest there, and I'll hit that short. So that's what I'm looking for there, but I wouldn't action a short until I see the selling pressure. I'm just keeping an eye out for it in this area. If we don't get any selling pressure, then I'll just watch price action. I'll watch to see what it does here. If I get the same selling pressure here, then I'll watch that with a view to hit that short on the retest of that selling pressure. If it bursts out of here, when it comes back and retests, I'll hit that long. So it's really, really dependent on what the price does with regards to how I trade. Like, I let the price action dictate what I'm going to do, not the other way around. That's basically all I want to say at the moment with regards to the SPY. We'll come back and revisit this at a later time, but again, we're just watching how price moves up into this area, and especially if we're looking for strong sell side pressure, or we're looking for wicks, which are, if for people that don't know, it's on the candlesticks. It's where price comes up and it's sold down on the same day. So that is a wick on the downside. So we're looking for those on the upside here. Thanks.